So AI for us was an evolutionary step in a path we were already on for automation. Years and years ago, we were told by our CFOs, we don't want to pay for giant contact centers. And we also, looking at just the customer experiences we were delivering, we were doing a lot of the same thing over and over, but that's what contact centers really have been. In our world in gaming, we have extra special challenges around major launch cycles. We had a particular product that we were building, a massively multiplayer online game called Elder Scrolls Online. And we were forecasting an amazing number of tickets. Our pre-planning, we were receiving about 30 questions a week. Our launch week was 1 million interactions. One of the things we came up with very quickly, just with that overwhelming amount of volume, was ways to process similar tickets simultaneously. The agent that knew the answer, or a special agent, would reply to everybody with the same answer. And we built the technologies necessary to do that. And that really worked well for email. And we kept phone going and chat going, but we were so successful with email, with quick responses that were accurate. Our chat and phone channels dried up over time. They kept going to email because it was faster and more accurate than just about anything else. Over time, we turned off phone and chat because the demand just dried up and customers preferred email. But we've been automating 70% of all email through these processes. So AI created an opportunity to simplify that, change how complex it was to build that, find gaps in that. So the first iterations for us with AI was analyzing what we were already doing and making improvements. Now we're using AI with Quiq actually to answer the questions for the customer more contextually based on all these massive answers and scripts that we've written over the years. So we've got thousands and thousands of KCS ready articles, and our Quiq AI figures out exactly the right subpart of that. And our quality protection for this particular implementation is the scripts we already wrote before. We have thousands and thousands of complaints that come in about the games. One of the funny things about video gaming is about half of all of our tickets are one customer complaining about another, whether it's bad language or they did a naughty thing or they cheated, whatever that is. So we roll that up into a label of safety most of the time. And the safety tickets have legal risks and things associated with them. So we have to be careful and deliberate when we process these tickets and capture the data. But we don't have to spend a ton of time to do it. So we have one AI technology that analyzes what customers say to one another. And when we find a violation that potentially could go to an agent, we then pull all the necessary data for an agent to do a final review. We check the history of the account of the accused automatically. So all searches that an agent used to do are no longer done. That's all done through AI. And we present basically a final AI summary to the agent that says, here's all the evidence, here's all the history. We think you should ban this person. I, the bot, thinks you should ban this person. Here's why. And here's what'll happen when you hit this button. And the agent does 2-second review and off they go. So our poor agents are suffering through 3 or 4 or 5 account management systems. And when there's a complex problem where you're not sure whether this is a customer targeting another one when they file a complaint, they're researching both customers. They may be doing 4, 5, 6 queries to find all the data necessary to understand the relationship between the 2 accounts. And that's all been eliminated. So it could have easily been half an hour for complex tickets. On a fast ticket, maybe 10 minutes of data research that an agent might have to do. For cheating investigations, it could be hours. When we get certain queries that come in or certain complaints that come in, we look deeply into the logs to make sure that we're not finding a new problem. We may be, if not one of the first Quiq customers, the first Quiq customer. You'd have to check the dates on the contracts, but I have admired Mike since before he founded this company with his experience in past companies. And I could tell early on, assembled a crack team. And when we saw the mission that Quiq had, we were an early adopter. Over time, the love I've had for kind of the team and the history has been shared by my team. And I don't have my tech director here today, but he really loves Quiq. And he sings the praises of everybody he talks to all the time. And by far, the Quiq Studio is better than any other we've seen. So it's easier to work with than we found with any of the other technology partners we had. So our developers played with mostly Microsoft products to start, and we got permission to use Groks and all sorts of other madness. So they've been playing with every little tool. And we saw the complexity early on, and there's a divide between what developers can do versus what the business user can do if they just write a prompt. And as the studio started to become real, where the different widgets and bits are put together to make it a little bit easier for a business user like myself to maybe go in and glue some stuff together using these studio concept tools. Working for Microsoft, we have one that we're supposed to use, and we do many direct comparisons between the capability of that and what we have available in Quiq Studio today. And our engineering team only wants to use Quiq Studio. That's probably the easiest and cleanest way to say it. What Quiq does is true agentic AI, where you can connect the tools to solve the problem that you're going to handle at the ticket level. So that's the secret sauce. It's real agentic AI, right? It's getting in there to connect these different disparate tools so you can use them in your complex workflow. I don't think it matters what the tools are. Yes, we've got weird tools, but everybody has weird tools. Every contact center has the weird proprietary thing. We might have billing systems, mechanical systems, tech support, whatever it is, ERP, whatever you're plugging into. But it's just tech. It's data sitting over there somewhere, and I oversimplify it again. It's a button that does a thing for a customer. And it's a matter of moving that button from deep within the bowels of your crazy technology over here to a self-service element, either for the agent or the customer, depending upon where you can put it in your flow. So we're jumping into this thing head first and having fun with it.